Forgot to record this part because I'm a big old doo-doo brain, stupid head. So just warning you that this video kind of has some like personal I cussed. Alright, just warning you that this video kind of has some what's the word? Has some fucking what? It has some it has some stuff that can get pretty sensitive. And if you're pretty sensitive to like sad stuff, then don't watch the video, I guess. But I mean, anyways, yeah, here you go. Okay, so I wrote like this big script about what I'm gonna read, and to explain this story. And like around like three-fourths of the way through writing it, I just kind of feel like it'd be better for me to just read it over and talk it. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I wanted to talk about this because I just have been feeling a little bit emotional recently, and I don't know. I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite music band duo group music duo. I want to talk about Daft Punk and how much they affected me and why they affected me so much. And their music is just it's like it's their their music's really important to me, and it's helped me get through a lot of stuff over the years, and I've never really talked about it to anybody. And I feel like if I'm going to talk about it, might as well put it on the internet for everyone to see. So I might as well just put out into the void of the internet that is YouTube and see where it goes. So, uh, I guess I'll just start off with like how I found Daft Punk. So, when I was a little kid, when I was like 8 or 9, the song, there's a song by Kanye West named Stronger. And one day I was with my dad driving down the street or whatever with him, riding in the back seat eating my fucking McDonald's French fries and shit. Uh, and I would hear the song Stronger come on, and every time I'd listen to it, I was like super interested in the background music because I would just hear like this really cool robot sound. I was like, oh, that's a robot sound. That's not human. That's a robot. That's a person with the filter on their voice. It was I just loved the background music. And so eventually we got back home, back to my grandparents' house because my family just lived all over the fucking place when I was growing up. And I would hop on that big fucking ugly white printer looking ass computer, and I looked up the lyrics, and I ended up finding the original video or the original song. And so I was listening to it and I was like, "Oh, this is a real song. This is an actual song." And I was so happy because I found a whole new or wide array of songs of exactly what I wanted. Um, and so from there I just got obsessed with Daft Punk. I listened to Discovery so many times. I had one more time on my little fucking old iPod, like the fucking really fat iPod. I listened to that with my old earbuds and everything, and I couldn't stop listening to One More Time and Something About Us and Too Long. Oh my God. I continued listening to them, and eventually my family, we moved from Colorado. I lost a lot of my close friends, a lot of my really good childhood friends, and I was in a completely new place. It was in Houston, Texas. I had been in Texas before, but not Houston. I had no idea where I was. I had no idea who anyone was, and I ended up spending a lot of my middle school years still listening to some Daft Punk, not as much as I used to in Colorado, but I listen to them every now and then, I guess. And I had made great friends in Houston, still friends with them today. Um, but I made great friends with them, and then my dad, because of his job, we had to move again. I lost all of my friends, was somewhere completely new, and I was a fucking 13, 14-year-old kid going through puberty, and I just lost all my fucking friends, dude. I was devastated. I kept, I just went with it. I tried to do my best in a new place. I was getting used to living in Georgia, and eventually I had trouble making friends. I've always had trouble making friends. I still do. I started, that was like the beginnings of my depression. And so here's me, 13, 14 years old, freshman year, no friends. I lost all my old ones. I have no idea where I am. I'm going through puberty. My fucking voice is changing. I'm getting zits all over my fucking face. Uh, and yeah, I'm just slowly falling downhill. And so I go to a psychiatrist with my mom or whatever, and the psychiatrist tells me that it's just a funk and that I'll get over it. And hearing my how I felt just be written off as something that'll pass in a couple months or a couple weeks, uh, really hurt me. And this is around the time that Daft Punk's their most recent album, which is fucking insane. It's been 6 years. Uh, their most recent album, Random Access Memories, had come out, and I just started listening to this album constantly, over and over during school. And every time I'd listen to it to help me relax, help me drown out the fucking world around me. And eventually my depression was just getting worse and worse. And it got to a point where I would be walking on the side of a road and I'd see all the cars flying past. And I would have to tell myself to not walk into it. As I was going through this, I was continuing to listen to Daft Punk, all of their great songs and everything, and it just helped me keep my mind on track. And it got to a point where the music didn't help. And when I was walking back um, from a really bad day at school in my coding class, being a 14-year-old, I've never been bullied in my life until then. I go home and I just really felt like there was no point. I felt like I had no meaning. I go upstairs to my room on the second floor of the house and I'm listening to Daft Punk. And I look out the window. I'm crying in the club right now. I look out my window and I consider jumping out. I start asking myself, like, what's the point? Why am I still here? Why have I not just done this already? And the song I'm listening to, it's called Touch. It was on Random Access Memories, one of the songs that I've listened to countless times. And I hear the lyrics say to me, if love is the answer, you're home. If love is the answer, you're home. I took that really when I heard that the first time, instantly I just started crying. Immediately I started crying. Uh, my sister was coming into my room. I was bawling. She was like, "What the fuck are you? What are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you?" She thought I was crazy because I was listening to some fucking music and crying about it. Like, who does that? Uh, but that it made me realize like how important and how effective all of this music is to me. Every time I've felt alone or like pointless, I can just listen to some fucking groovy music by two French dudes, and my mood is just instantly better. And now here they are telling me, I mean they're not really telling me, but here they are with their really interesting song about a robot or something that's like gaining like human feelings and stuff or something. And it tells me that I'm loved and that if I can feel love, I'm human. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I'm just speaking out of my ass. But God, these albums have done so much for me. They've gotten me through so many things. And to this day, I still listen to their music and it makes me just relax. It makes me realize everything's going to be okay. And it's just amazing. I really feel like the impact that Daft Punk has on my life has shaped me into what I am now. Without their music, I don't know what would have happened to me. So, I guess what you can take away from this video is that music just really affects people, and I think if you're ever feeling down or if you're ever feeling like you're not worth it, no one cares about you or no one is there for you, just know that music will always be there for you. You're not gonna play a song, you're not gonna open up YouTube and hit play on your favorite song and it's gonna be like, no, I don't want to play for you. No, of course it's going to play. It's a fucking video. It can't, it doesn't have a mind of its own. You fucking press play, you listen to your favorite song, and you fucking jam out, dude. Forget about the world around you and keep listening to music. It will always be there when you need it. And yeah, it's the first time I'm doing this, so I guess I can just say if you listen to it, the whole thing, thanks. Um, let me know if you want me to make more, I guess, but I really don't. Whatever. Yeah. Thanks for listening.